Hello gamers. This may be a bit of a different type of video than you're used to. I know on my gaming channel, my Rocket League channel, I'm usually like, hey gamer, today we're doing this cool thing. We're playing seven Zens and we're turtling only and we're doing all this. And oh no, for this video, I'm kind of taking a step down and like I just want to talk to you guys. I feel like I don't really get to talk to you guys that much, and it's important that me and you, whoever's watching, gets to have that connection. So in this video, I'm retiring my parents.
No problem, I love you.
And that sounds unreal to even say. I'm only 22 years old, if you don't know how old I am. But my parents, in probably like 10 minutes, if you keep scrubbing through, won't have to work again. They won't have to pay any expenses, any medical bills, anything they have to stress over. I'm able to take it off their hands. And I haven't told them yet. I have no idea I'm doing this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna end up crying. They're probably gonna end up crying. So the reason I'm doing this, there's been some personal things going on in my life and in my parents' life. And it all goes back to around 2 years ago. My YouTube channel was popping off. Things were going great. Things still are going great. You know, I'm so thankful for you guys. I finally started going to the gym. I started making more money than I'd ever seen and I'd ever dreamed of through YouTube and Rocket League. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. I was really living my dream life. I started traveling. NRG invited me, some of the NRG players, to this mansion on the beach right after COVID. Did some content there. We had a lot of fun. I got back from that trip though, and my dad was sick. You know, everyone gets sick. It happens, but he got worse. Like a lot worse. He wasn't sleeping. He could barely eat. He needed like IVs to drink. His blood pressure and heart rate were doubling. He just could hear throbbing. He could barely talk to me. And as a son, that's very hard to see. That's something that's really hard to go through. And my dad was not doing well, man. I remember asking my mom if she could talk to me in the office. And the office is essentially, that means I want to have a serious talk with her. And that is the same office, by the way, I'm gonna set up a little hidden camera and retire her. I talk to my mom and I say, hey, dad is not doing good. Like it was to the point where I thought he was gonna die. And I expected my mom to reassure me and say, no, honey, like he's okay, he'll make it. And my mom broke down and said like she thinks he might die as well. And that was very hard. I remember going to bed and waking up the next day. I wake up early in the morning to like the sound of an ambulance at my house. I kind of disregarded it, and then I heard like equipment and like a clink of equipment walking up the stairs right next to my room, and immediately I thought my dad was dead. I call my mom. I asked what happened. I want to spare the details for you guys, but he came out of that house in a state where he should probably be dead, and that was the worst day of my entire life. It was horrible. I remember going downstairs, petting my dogs, pacing around the room, and I had to explain things to the cops. They're like, hey, does your dad have a history of this or this? And I didn't know whether to answer that in present tense or past tense. Like I thought he already died. There was a period of around 2 weeks where I didn't know whether I would have a dad again. And that is an experience that is extremely hard to go through. He could blink at the most. Like it was horrible. He made it. My dad miraculously made it out. He had to relearn how to walk again. You know, he had to relearn a lot of things. He is in one piece, but he struggles to get out of the house and do a lot of basic stuff. You know, he's gotten worse, he's gotten better. It's been in waves, but he's at a period where he's really not doing good again. My mom, who lives with him, it's really hard for her, and it's hard, man. I'm like living my dream life, man. I am like buying my favorite cars. I just bought a house, and I don't have to struggle. I don't have to stress, and it's hard seeing my parents just miserable. My dad hates the fact that he can't walk out of the house and go to the gym like he used to, and my mom, like it's just normal to like go in the house and just see her crying. I never had to deal with that growing up. Like that's so hard, man. And what really set me off to do this, man, I saw my mom on Christmas. We were just watching something, and I remember just like looking over and like, but she seems so sad. I just made the decision, like, man, I have to do this, bro. Like I'm just gonna retire my parents. This will help them out so much. Like I'm purely doing this like out of love for my parents, and I just want to take you guys along the way with me. So what I'm gonna be doing is I bought 2 credit cards under my parents' name. They have absolutely no idea and I'm just gonna give it to my mom and explain basically what I told you guys. And I'm gonna bring her to that same office in my parents' house. Along with that though, for Mother's Day, I got her an all expenses paid trip to wherever in the world she wants, and she hasn't used it yet. Part of it is she has to kind of take care of my dad, but I feel like a big part of it is like she doesn't remember what it's like to be happy. And I just want her to feel happiness and feel peace and feel joy. I'm gonna book the flights tonight. I just wanna connect with her, and I just want her to be happy. So those are the two things I'm gonna surprise her with. My parents have absolutely no idea. This is gonna be awesome. We're about an hour out of the big surprise. You may be wondering why we have a teddy bear here. His name is Kenneth, and the game plan essentially is we're gonna sneak Kenneth into my mom's office. I'm not sure how. Also, I talked to my mom, I got lunch the day after I recorded the first segment, and I tried to subtly bring up like, hey, where do you wanna go? She said she wanted to go to Costa Rica, and my mom hasn't been on a proper vacation in like 5 or 6 years. A flight to Costa Rica that I got my mom, and an all-inclusive resort that I got my mom. So me and my mom are gonna be going. She's gonna kind of be like, why are you doing this? And then I'm gonna say, to celebrate your retirement, and then I'm gonna give her the cards. Honestly, I'm like scared she'll just be like really confused. I don't know. I have literally no idea how my mom will react. Yeah, overall, feeling a little bit nervous. I feel like I'm gonna feel a little anxious. I've had to like low-key like lie to my parents a little bit in the last like 2 or 3 days, and I like hate lying and like being secretive. And like the cards came in early under their name, so they opened them. I said like, hey, they were for some of my employees, and it auto-filled with you guys' name. You know, just don't throw them away so I can resolve the glitch in the system. And so my mom actually has no idea. I just think it's kind of funny. I'm kind of yapping right now, but just turn to the neighborhood. Gotta figure it out.
It feels like it's gotten me worse, not better.
Yeah, if it's making you worse, you should certainly stop.
Yeah.
I actually just got to your mom's house, yeah.
You're talking about your at our house?
Yeah.
Oh, she's about to walk in, probably.
My mom just walked in at this point, so we had to quickly set up the hidden cameras and get Kenneth in his seat.
It's for you.
That's for me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
His name is Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Yeah.
Did you have him for something?
It's for you.
Oh, you really got that for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh, well, thanks. What do you think George is going to do to him?
I'll give it to George.
George, meet Kenneth. He won't hurt you, bro. He doesn't exist.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I know you've been like kind of going through a hard time recently
Yeah.
and stuff, so I wanted to cheer you up.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks, Glenn. I'm just going to send them right over here.
But yeah, I just want to like talk to you and like check
Okay.
in like how you're doing and stuff.
Oh, that's hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dad just called me about something, I don't know.
Oh, really?
He stopped his like treatments.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're not going well at all.
Yeah.
But in terms of pain, he wants him to, like, get off the pain medication altogether. He
Really?
doesn't think he needs it. I mean, he already kind of had to stop it. I think, like, last night he was going through withdrawals. Last night was awful.
I always try to like help and see what I can do, but a lot of it is like out of my control, I feel like.
I know.
And there's
It
not
is.
much I can do. I feel kind of like helpless sometimes.
Yeah.
But I know you said like you want to like take care of yourself more and you feel like you don't have time. And I got you something else. Besides Kenneth.
Besides him?
I like this. It's 2 pages.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. For me and you to go to Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It could be for you and Dad, but I just know I don't know if you can like travel
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, I know you mentioned Costa Rica, so I got all-inclusive resort and flights to Costa Rica for us.
Wow.
Yeah, because even if like your day-to-day is like it's really hard, I want you to at least get a few days of like a break,
Yeah.
or me and you can just have fun in Costa Rica, you know.
Wow. Oh, I love it. It's very nice.
Can you give me a hug?
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, I love you.
Love you too.
I'm sorry we're going through a hard time.
You too.
I didn't want to get it next week. It's in like a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be good because it'll give me some time to get the time for off of work.
But these are to celebrate though. Remember those cards that we were like freaking out about? You didn't know whose it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are for you and Dad. They actually are. Like, I know you have to worry about medical expenses and expenses with George, so you can put all those on. They're under my account. I got them for you and Dad. Yeah, I want to like retire you. Like, I don't want you to have to work. If you're worried about expenses or anything, like just put them on the card and don't think about it.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to have a day where you're not like loving what you're doing.
Well, I really don't mind my job. There's a couple of things. I didn't tell you this too. My job is an escape for me.
It is.
It is. Otherwise, I would love a different job.
What if I hired you? That'd be funny.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I've got to have all the benefits, all the health insurance right now. But this would help me more money would help if, like, I'm having a bad day and I could just do the minimum amount. Like, I have a quota I have to reach every day.
Yeah.
Which is depending on if we're behind or not, between 1,500 and 1,700 lines. But I usually do about 2,400 because I feel like I have to make more money.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to anymore.
Okay. Well, thank you. Ryan.
Yeah, and for Dad, he won't ever have to work again. But it's more like I just know he can't work right now, so you're providing for like 2 people and working like overtime. And
yeah, that's true.
yeah, like I don't want you to have to do that. Whether
Thank you.
you take like a few hundred out or a few thousand out every month, like it doesn't affect me and it will just help you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ryan.
No problem.
It really is a big stress reliever.
I just wanted to give you the flexibility, the option to not ever stress about money, because I know like money doesn't solve all problems, but it
does make life easier.
It makes life easier. It kind of gives you more freedom. You know what I mean? Like if you don't want to do all the lines, you don't have to do all the lines. If you want to go take a trip for yourself, you can just put it on the card and not have to worry about it. Like not
Thank
just for like a year, just for the rest of your life.
Wow. Well, it's incredibly generous of you, Ryan. And they're on your account?
Yeah, I just have to confirm it.
Oh, okay.
Man, we're going to Costa Rica.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
No problem.
So it's in April?
Yeah. The room we have, we can like walk out into the balcony and you see like the whole beach and everything like right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's sick.
That would be something really nice to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you. I'll put that over here so I can look at the resort.
Yeah, and I'll tell Dad the news as well.
Okay.
We were telling.
Okay.
I'm editing a certain part of the video right now. I just want to see my mom happy, man. I hope some way, somehow, this will help. I know it'll bring a lot of stress off her shoulders. After the fact, looking back on it, you know, I told my dad about everything, and you know, he kind of reacted a lot like my mom. And you know, he just didn't really know what to say. I think they're still kind of in shock about everything. I am too, but yeah, very big moment for me, and I just wanted to take you guys along this journey with me because it's a very big moment. And if this can inspire even one of you to just chase your dreams, and you know, if you're passionate about anything, just follow the passion, man. Because without you guys, I would not be able to do any of this. And I'm so thankful for you guys to put me in this position, to allow me to hopefully change my parents' lives like this. And yeah, on a final note, I just want to let you guys know, you guys are no different than me. Whether you're watching and you're 12 years old and you shouldn't even be on this app because the age limit is 13, or you're in your 40s or 50s, you're no different than I am. You can literally do anything in this life. Whenever you get goosebumps, like whenever you listen to a really good song, or you see a certain view or a certain person you think of, or you just randomly get them, like pay attention to that and continue living your life through the goosebumps that you get, and follow them and find where they take you. And anything is possible in this life. And make sure to subscribe to the second channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
It's hard to leave with you still on my mind.
past.